Good day everyone, I'm Francisca Luis Biares and today I'll be presenting our project in structured assembly language entitled Simple Calculator. This program was created by me and my partner Felea Hadasa Salvamante as part of our exploration in how low-level programming languages like assembly can perform fundamental arithmetic operations just like higher-level language such as C or Python. When most people think of assembly language, they imagine something complicated and difficult to understand, full of registers, memory addresses, and hexadecimal numbers. But through this project, we wanted to show that assembly can be structured, logical, and even elegant when used correctly. Our goal was simple: to design a calculator that performs addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division for three signed two-digit numbers ranging from -99 to 99. What makes this project special is that it doesn't just compute, it also validates inputs, handles errors like division by zero, and provides a friendly, easy-to-understand interface for the user. In this presentation, I'll walk you through how our program is structured, how it works behind the scenes, and finally, I'll show you an example of the calculator in action.
Our simple calculator begins with a welcome message and a main menu. It uses the C library function _printf and _scanf to display text and capture user input. The menu allows the user to choose which operation to perform, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, or to exit the program by entering 0. So this setup makes the calculator interactive and user-friendly while being completely coded in assembly language. So the core logic of the program is in the _main procedure. Here, the program continuously loops, printing the menu and waiting for the user's input. Using comparison instruction like CMP and conditional jumps like JE, the program determines which arithmetic operation the user wants to perform. If the user enters an invalid number, the program simply displays a message and goes back to the main menu, ensuring that it never crashes or behaves unexpectedly. So, for each of the four arithmetic operations, the structure is similar. The calculator first calls a helper function named get_valid_input to make sure that each entered number is within the allowed range and that is between -99 and +99. In addition, it retrieves the three numbers and adds them together using the add instruction. In subtraction, it performs the same steps but uses the sub instruction. And for the multiplication, the calculator uses IMUL, which handles signed integer multiplication. Now, the division section is slightly more complex because it uses signed division with the IDIV instruction. Division is done twice, first between the first and second numbers, then again with the third. The program also displays both the quotient and the remainder for each operation. And to prevent runtime errors, the program checks if the user enters 0 as a divisor. If that happens, it displays the message, "You cannot divide by 0," and asks for another input until the divisor is valid. So this approach ensures that the calculator runs smoothly and can handle unexpected user input safely. So the get_valid_input function is one of the key features of this project. So every time the program asks the user for a number, it checks if the number is within the valid range. If it's less than -99 or greater than +99, the program shows a range warning message and prompts again. So this validation ensures that the computations are performed only on safe, valid numbers, making the program more reliable and friendly. So, when the user is done using calculator and enter 0, the program exits gracefully by displaying a simple goodbye message like, "Thank you," signaling that the execution has ended properly. To run this calculator program, you'll need to use an x86 assembly environment, for example, the LASM assembler with a GCC linker on Windows or Linux. So, here are the steps to assemble and execute the program. Save the code in a file. For example, yung file.asm. So, second, assemble the program using NASM -f win32 file name .asm-o file name and .obj. So third, link the object file with the C library using GCC. For example, GCC file name .obj-o file name .exe. Finally, run the program in the terminal or command prompt. So, you need to put the file name .exe. Once it runs, the program will display the calculator menu and allow the user to interact with it. Now, let's get through the sample run step by step to understand how the calculator program behaves in action. So, this is the introduction message displayed at the start of the program. It tells the user what the calculator does, that it can perform operations on 3 signed 2-digit numbers ranging from -99 to +99. So this message is printed using the _printf function at the beginning of the _main procedure. So after the introduction, the calculator displays the main menu. Here, the user can choose which operation they want to perform by entering a number between 0 and 4. Each choice corresponds to a specific label in the assembly code. For example, entering 1 jumps to the addition section, while entering 4 goes to the division section. So, when the user chooses option 1, the program performs addition. It prompts for 3 numbers. In this case, let's put the first number 75, second is -50, and third number is -30. So behind the scenes, those input are validated by the get_valid_input function to ensure they are within the range of -99 to +99. After the numbers are entered, the program adds them using the add instruction in assembly, like EAX equals num1 plus num2 plus num3. The result, which is -5, is then printed using _printf. So next, the user chooses option 2 for subtraction. The program asks for 3 numbers again. So, when the user enters 444, the program immediately detects that it's outside the valid range. So, this triggers the validation code in get_valid_input, which prints an error message. Input should only be between -99 to +99. Please enter again a valid input. So, after entering a valid number, like 44 and then -30, the calculator computes the result using subtraction instruction, like EAX equals num1 minus num2 minus num3. So 20 minus 44 minus -30 is equal to 6, which is displayed at the difference. So here, next one is when the user selects option 3, the calculator performs multiplication. Here, the numbers -5, -6, and 3 are entered. So the IMUL instruction is used for signed multiplication in assembly. So negative 5 times negative 6 times negative 3 is equal to 90. So the result is printed as the product. Now, for the division, when the user selects option 4, the program asks for 3 numbers again. So the first division happens between negative 11 and negative 4. So using the IDIV instruction in assembly, IDIV divides the value in EAX registered by the divisor, storing the quotient in EAX and the remainder in EDX. So here, negative 11 is divided by negative 4, gives a quotient of 2 and a remainder of negative 3. So the result is printed, and then the quotient is divided again by the third number, negative 1, producing a new quotient of negative 2 as a remainder of 0. Next example, this example shows how the program handles division by 0. So when the user enters 0 as a divisor, the program immediately detects it and prints the warning message, "You cannot divide by 0. Please enter a valid divisor again." It then asks for a new number. When negative 9 is entered, the division proceeds safely. So negative 10 divided by negative 9 gives a quotient of negative 1 and a remainder of 1. Then dividing the quotient negative 1 by negative 3 gives a final quotient of 0 and a remainder of negative 1. This section demonstrates how program strong error handling and input validation features. Finally, when the user enters 0, the program exits the main loop, displays the message "thank you," and then terminates it properly. So this confirms that the calculator completed all the operations successfully and ended without any errors. So that's all. That's all the sample run that was given to us by our professor.
In conclusion, our simple calculator project may look basic at first glance, but behind its simplicity lies a deep understanding of how assembly language manages data, performs arithmetic, and controls program flow. This project challenged us to think carefully about every line of code, how registers store values, how instructions like addition, subtraction, and division interact with those registers, and how to handle user input safely and efficiently. By building this calculator, we learn not only about assembly syntax, but also about structured programming, modularity, and debugging at machine level. It showed us that assembly isn't just about complexity, it's about precision, control, and creativity. Once again, this project was made by me, Francisca Luis Biares, and Felea Hadasa Salvamante. Thank you so much for watching and for taking the time to appreciate our work.